Did Rainbow High reincarnate as anime characters? How did this happen? Well, it wasn't pretty at first. The hours I spent taping their eyes was just a huge waste. This footage was back from October 2022, and no one could stop me. But I suppose in the end, I learned, but what was I thinking? But I actually really liked how this girl turned out. I had a concept in mind and I stuck with it. But somehow close up, I just saw too many things I just didn't really like. I really wanted different eyeballs mostly. At the same time, I intended to make vampire twins for last Halloween. And this is where the disaster really began. I kept making mistakes and kept trying to cover them up. And while she's all right, her twin sister, I couldn't save her if I tried. And I got some ideas from watching YouTube, specifically Rainbow High repaints. But I hated them, honestly. There wasn't one video that really helped me, so I started over again. I wanted more practice, so I decided to erase more faces. Erasing is actually pretty satisfying. I wasn't a huge fan of most Rainbow High face-ups anyway. I do really like Victoria Whitman though. So I tried to erase the eye print on the inside. I soaked them in all sorts of solutions, but failed. So I thought I'll do the faces first and worry about the eyes later. As for the supplies, I used watercolor pencil, soft pastels, and sealant. These were pretty good, but I made another big mistake. Keep watching and you'll see how horrendous these seemingly cute girls become. I was just winging it this whole time, and yeah, an ongoing lesson with face-ups for me has been not to rush and really have a plan before starting. I mean, what happened to this girl? I spent hours doing these girls' faces and they all turned out so weird. Multiple people made fun of me on Facebook, and I studied them to understand where I went wrong. I wanted to go without lashes like Dolphy Dream or Smart Doll, but it just didn't work out. There was something else too, but what? The eyes looked really surprised or wide-eyed, and this girl was the cutest, but she still got shade thrown at her. I told myself, you can do better than that. So I popped out their eyes again and started fresh again. Do you know what these are made of? I realized the eyes I made worked, but the printouts were too small a size. While I was using custom Dolphy Dream dolls as my inspiration for these dolls, I was studying their eyes, which are anime eyes, and like resting human eyes, they don't have too much of the white part showing. You'll see what I mean when I get the new eyes in. Before cutting out the printouts, I studied the makeup to see which color eyes each girl should have. I'm still a beginner, but I liked how these girls turned out a lot. I was pretty pleased, took my time, and it was worth it. There was a lot of erasing and lots of sealing after each part. Accidents happen way too often here. Then gave the girls piercings with a needle and UV resin. The studs were actually pierced too, but not all the rings. Now, how did I do these eyes? Well, it took a lot of patience, but I used air dry clay, glass cabs, printouts, and UV resin. Unfortunately, I didn't record the process. I'll explain it here as best as I can. All of these girls are also available for adoption. DM me at pull-up.palace Instagram to inquire. So you will need toothpicks, a UV lamp, alcohol swabs, and long tweezers. UV resin is messy. You don't want it going everywhere. You also need air dry clay. Fill the eyes with clay and make sure you clean up any smudges with water. You'll need 12mm size glass cabs. The hardest part here is filling the eyes with the resin. take a screenshot of this because it is very important. It really helped me. So step 1, you fill the eyes with clay, then you cut out the print and UV resin it to the glass caps. Then you fill those spaces with UV resin and cure. Note, if you do cross eyes, it's going to show a lot of the clay, and to me it just didn't look flattering. Comment below if you have any more questions, and subscribe for more doll face-up tips. Share with your Rainbow High doll friends and Facebook groups, and ring the bell for latest Rainbow High repaint videos. Thank you so much for watching, and enjoy playing with your dolls this week. I'll see you in the next video.